Hey everybody, what's going on? So Vince McMahon is going to take another shot at professional football. XFL is coming back in 2020, a couple years from now. Vince says that it's going to be a shorter, faster paced game that is going to give football back to the fans. Now, apparently, Vince didn't learn from his first forte into professional football. Back in the early 2000s, of course, we all remember, well, not all of us, but a lot of us remember the ill-fated XFL, the first time he tried to do this. Vince lost tens of millions of dollars on that deal. Now, Vince recently sold off some of his WWE shares, 100 million or so, to get this going financially. And so, whatever he envisions this to be, he must be pretty confident in that vision. Although, you have to consider that wrestling these days is kind of not what it used to be in terms of generating revenue. So, it's no secret that the WWE is, I don't want to say struggling, but it's definitely not doing as well as it did in decades past. So Vince is probably looking for another alternative, maybe to keep, or another vision, if you will, keep going. Now, this is not professional wrestling; these are professional athletes. They're going to have to play with rules. The outcome's not going to be predetermined, obviously. And a lot of these things, these gimmicks that work in wrestling are not going to work in this type of, in professional sports. And I think Vince knows that. He talked about that. He said it will be pretty much gimmick-free football. There won't be any cheerleaders. There absolutely will be no political statements. So you're not going to be able to kneel during the national anthem. And that's supposedly going to be in the contracts of everybody. You have to follow the rules completely or you're let go. You cannot have a DUI. You can't have any kind of criminal record. You will not play in the XFL. So that rules out a lot of old NFL players right there alone. I'm not sure where he's going to get his players. Now, there's going to be some problems with this. You're not going to have the best players in the world. You're just not. And unfortunately, it's going to be an inferior product talent-wise. And that is going to make it a extremely hard endeavor for Mr. McMahon, no matter how good he is at sports entertainment. Really, you got to give him props for trying. But like I said, he's tried this before. Now, granted, the landscape is different, as Vince said himself. There will be bonuses for wins, which I thought was pretty interesting. So players, when they win, they get a bonus. So that's obviously going to motivate some of these guys who are not actually, going to be. Supposedly, they're going to be making enough money. They don't have to work another job, is what Vince is also saying as well. And I'm sure it won't be a ton of money. So in every little, they'll be playing, hopefully, for bonuses, and that will ensure integrity in these games. And games will be shorter and faster than NFL games, which will be, pretty interesting. And one of the things, an NFL game lasts quite a while. But needless to say, this is going to be a uphill battle at best. And I'm not sure what Vince is thinking. You're not going to get top players. It's going to be the main thing. It's going to be like arena football almost. I don't know. He's going to be able to pull this off. 8 teams, semifinals and a championship, of course. So I don't know. I mean, the NFL viewership is down like, what is it, like 15%, 17%, something crazy like that. I don't know what that has to do. I guess what all the reasoning is for that. It's probably a combination of things, everything from politics to protests to these players getting in a lot of trouble off the field. A lot of the larger cities teams are not that good. So I mean, you have the populace whose team sucks. They're probably not going to be that interested in the game. and won't be associated with wrestling in any way. They're not supposedly going to bring in any wrestlers to do promos. The Rock did old promos for the old XFL. That kind of thing. You're probably not going to say he hate me. See, he hate me on some guy's jersey. That kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. I'm not personally. I don't think this is going to really pan out again. I think some people are going to lose a lot of money again. But that being said, you certainly have to give props to Vince McMahon. He certainly is willing to take chances.